Welcome back to my channel, where, if you've noticed, I've only have one video on my channel at the moment, but which was from last year of my 2023 week setup, which I'll briefly go into in a second. But this video is primarily going to be about my sterling ink setup. So before I go into that, I'm just going to go through really quickly because I really just want to focus on this more than anything and the setup. But I'm going to go into what I'm using for 2024 and the purposes and those kinds of things. So one of my goals this year, or this upcoming year, is I'm going to try my best to be more present on YouTube. I really want to kind of dive into the creative side a little bit more, but I don't know. I just basically need to get over my fear of being in front of the camera and talking on camera. So I think that's the biggest thing that's holding me back. And I'm too lazy to have separate accounts for everything, so I'm kind of just combining everything into one. So most likely would be planning and knitting, but because I am a knitter, so I want to do YouTube videos of knitting as well. Maybe once a month is what I'm looking to do, to update you on projects and plans and things like that. And then I'm thinking, we'll see, maybe you guys can hold me accountable, a quarterly update of my planners. So that's my plan, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Probably sprinkle some gardening in there, and then yeah. So before we dive into this, which is I'm so happy with this, I can't even explain to you. Before we dive into this baby, because it's going to be my everyday carry and basically what is going to be with me all the time and what I need at any given moment. But I just want to talk about the planners that I'm going to be using for next year. So this is also going to be, I don't even know if that's in view, so we'll see, but this is also going to be a everyday use, because this is my 5-year, I have it in this cover that my uncle made me. So let's actually move all this real quick. This is my 5-year A5 Hobonichi journal. And as you can see, it's a day per page, right? So there's a day per page, and then for the next 5 years. So I have kept up pretty well with it. And I really do love this thing. It's just wonderful. I have, can you see that? Yeah. I have to backfill just a couple of days because today is October 28th. So I'm just behind 3 days, but I love this thing. I love this. I love what it represents. I like the idea that I can see it's almost like a time hop in journal form. And an A5 is good. Sometimes, you know, I don't have a lot to write about, and that's okay. But I love it so much. I don't imagine me doing like a full dive in my channel about this, because it is like a journal and there's like sensitive and there's real thoughts and just stuff that I probably don't really want to share, but maybe I can do some kind of flip or something on Instagram, which my Instagram handle will be below. I didn't even say that. I'm sorry. I'm very new. I'm kind of rusty, but it is now Felici Hobbies, at Felici Hobbies, which I'll put on the screen as well as in the description box below. So that's my 5-year, you know, I don't try to, you know, my uncle made a very big cover, but I don't care because it's handmade by my uncle, and he was just starting out, and I just love it. So it's not very bulky, as you can see, if I'm in the camera right. It's not very bulky because I don't put that many stickers in it, because this is a 5-year thing. So that's on my list. I then have, this will not, well, I guess we'll wait. Hold on. I'm not as prepared as I thought. I then have my two A6s journaling thing. Now this I had a plan for. This is my Hobino, my Midori Hobino for 2024. I had my plan, and then I saw this from Hobonichi and lost my mind because, well, cats. And this really threw a wrench in my planning system. So we're just gonna run with it, guys, okay? So the now plan is, this one is going to be my memory keeper. And I'm not gonna do a full flip of the Hobonichi. If you guys are very curious about it, let me know and I can kind of go, I can go through it. But my initial plan is this index page will be a highlighted reference of the day. And then you have your month, which I really don't know what I'm gonna do with yet. Maybe I'll do pictures, I don't know yet. And then your dailies. So, and it's just gonna be a memory keeper, right? Events. And I'm going to try to be okay with the idea of blank space. So if I miss a day, I miss a day. If there's only a blurb, then it's just a blurb. We'll see how it goes. I do plan to use my stickers, which I have some with me, which is just like a mix of a bunch of stuff, right? I already have these pre-cut. So I plan to use some of my stickers to kind of liven up the planner, and I think it's gonna be fun. But I'm just going to allow myself the freedom to be insane and have all these planners. So that's the plan for this. And if you're not familiar with the Hobonichi, this is an A6 Hon and the cat. I got the cover. I just love it so much. Look how cute it is. And if you're new to me, I do have a cat inside the house, and I have an outdoor cat. And we recently, this one kind of looks like Casper a little bit. My girl that I had to put down in June. It's okay. We're gonna move right past that. So if you're not familiar, the Hobonichi Hon, or just the Hobonichi in general, like there's different versions of it. I got the Japanese version because I was impatient, and it is what it is. I don't really care. I don't really use this section anyways. And it's a page per day. And I like that it's small and concise because, again, the plan for me on this one is just to do a memory keep. That's it, right? This thing. So this is my Hobino, my Midori Hobino A6. And I am, ooh, Amazon just delivered. I am so excited about this. I wasn't gonna get it, and then I got it. So this cover was handmade by LaCroix or something. I don't know how to say the name specifically, but I'll pop them in below. And so I got a custom cover made for my Hobino, and I do really love it. It's snug. It is snug, but it's super cute. It's giving me Zelda vibes, and I'm so happy with it. And it kind of matches the Hobino tassels. But anyways, I just have some stickers here. Oops, stickers tucked in here. I'll do that later. My little Casper, oh, here comes my cat, bookmark that Southern Belle Plans had custom made this for me, which I'm so grateful for. We recently had to put her down. She's very old and she had a great life, so we're gonna blow past it, but I got her paw prints done, and so I sent it over to Southern Belle Plans, and she made this along with something else that I'll show you, and I just love it. So my girl's with me, and this is the Midori Hobino. So I went with this cover, and you know, I got this little A6 thing, and this is going to just be essentially my dump of like my thoughts. That's what I'm planning right now. So my tarot card readings, moon phases, all those kinds of things, the hard truths. So this is probably not one that I will really share. If anything, I'll blur it out, but it's interesting. Look how tiny these lines are, right? Or boxes. So if you are thinking about it, or if you did get it, just be mindful that, I don't know if I could do this, there is a significant difference. I can't see my camera, so bear with me, guys. There is a significant difference. Can you see him? He's in my, get out of here, bud. In the boxes. So they're almost half the size. I write small, so I think it'll be okay. I even tried to test it out back here with my fountain pens. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes, but I'm very happy. And the Midori Hobino A6 is basically a 2-page spread. So sorry. I don't even know how to remove that from the remove that from the video. But it's a 2-page spread. And I'm excited. I'm excited. I really don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I am excited. And then back here, I have some page flags that we'll see. I'm originally planning to, like, you know, this is, I don't know, work, my cats, I don't know, right? And then flag it, but we'll see. I haven't gotten that far. So where's my thing? I'm just gonna pop this back in here. And I just got this, what is this? I think it's a passport size. And I pre-cut a bunch of my, these are London Gifties. I pre-cut a bunch of London Gifty stuff so that I can have it in here and just, you know, stick it on when I need to. Okay, we're not gonna do this right now. And it goes right here. I made a mess because I'm excited. So, and this is my, can you see that? This is my sterling ink. I thought that was pretty cute. And then this is Southern Belle Plans, which sunflowers are my favorite. Super excited. Okay. And then the last journal, which this thing, by the way, closes very nicely when I don't have that thing in there and I have room for a pen loop. Or I'm sorry, I have a pen loop to put a pen, right? Love it. And the last one is this, which is, yeah, this is my TN, which I just got from Yoseka last weekend in New York, because I'm based in New Jersey. I'm at the upper side. I'm right across the river from New York, right? So this is my TN, and this is just gonna be my reading journal. I don't have it in me. I have a couple charms because I wanna be cute, but we'll see. I don't have it in me to be as cute as other people. I want to, and creative as other people, but right now I don't have it in me to, like, do the daily tracking and everything. So what I ended up doing was I put one of these in here so I can put my cutouts. These are just I use my Canon Ivy. I do them in 4s and then I cut them to size basically. And I just have this in here because these are some of the books that I already have in store to read. And yeah, basically what I ended up doing was I went back, can you see this? Yeah. I went back from my Goodreads and I printed out all the pictures and I wrote the ratings that I thought I remember the ratings. So these are past books. These are obviously not all the books I read throughout my life, but these are the ones that stand out the most, that I remember the most, and are on my Goodreads. So, and I just put the ratings. I try to bunch them in order, like from series and then from authors and stuff. My To Kill a Mockingbird and Little Women, I did this at very late, or upside down, but you know, life moves on. Oh, I didn't do this. I have to, let's see if I can, let's do that so I remember. Yep. And then we go into, I'm probably gonna decorate this. I don't know. I'm probably gonna do a 2023 And then here we go. So this is my 2023 reads. These were the physical books that I read or on the ebooks. These were the audiobooks that I've read. I gotta add another one to this. And then I just kind of write my reviews. So this is kind of like my notes as I'm reading it or listening to it, and then my final thoughts on it. And I think that's how I'm gonna do it for now. And it's just gonna be a continuing thing. So every year I'll just kind of add, I'll have a page, so 2024, and I'm just gonna add it because I feel like I don't read enough to do all those really pretty journals, book journals. This is a sterling ink TN size that was blank, and I had just gotten it. It's the golded edges. And that's basically it. I have the little pen thing. This is my traveler's notebook. And that's basically it. Now, I know I kind of rushed through that because, again, the plan for this video is not really about this, but I wanted to talk about my setup and my stuff for next year. Now, for this guy, all right, my cat fur. So, I'm so happy with this. I spent the last like 3 days setting this thing up. And I have some of my supplies here and all that other stuff. I am switching covers. I was in this one all year for 2023. I was using my, a Hobonochi Weeks, and it is well loved and quite frankly a hot mess. And I was testing out the tabs and stuff like that. So I bought this off of Taylor from Taylor Plans. I will link her down below, and I love it. You can see all the marks, all the patina. This is the Moterm honey. This might be, it's either honey or caramel. Honestly, I don't remember. I bought it off of her and I just don't remember. So the whatever it's called. And over the year, it has doesn't lay completely flat, but because I've used it so much, it is very pliable and just does its thing. And I really, really love this, and I'm happy that I was able to get it. So, but I wanted to switch. I wanted to switch covers because I was in it all year, and we are now in the Midnight from Moterm. So same thing, Moterm. It is very, it's stiff right now. I do believe over time, like this one, it will expand and get better over time. And so I'm just gonna let it do its thing, right? So for 2024, I got the sterling ink in the mist color. I don't know if you can see that. And I struggle between this and the forest, and I let the forest go, but it's okay. I'm really, really happy with this. I think this looks really nice with the black. Not that the forest wouldn't have looked nice, but I'm very happy with my choice. So the 2024, I got the week size in a full year. So it is very, very chunky, even without me doing anything to it, right? So, and for work, this is a planner room shop cover. And I just got a really, just random stuff. I just got a really simple black one for work. And I got the compact. So same thing, horizontal, white edges, compact. I don't need much for work. I just need some note pages in the back and yeah. But you can see already, just in case anybody's new, you know what? Let's just do this. We're just gonna take this out for this purpose, and you can see the difference between the two, right? So, and I mean, I put stuff in here, but you can see how much bigger this is. This is, I think, 520 pages, and then this is whatever half of that is. So there is a big difference. But yeah. So my work, there's really not going to be much. I'm probably not even going to show it from here on out because it's going to be work stuff. So obviously it will be sensitive data. So if anybody is not familiar with the Sterling ink, I'll just go through it quickly for you. You have your 2024 year at a glance. Catherine from Sterling Ink really goes into details with everything, but you have your 2024 glance. You have notes here for, you know, blank pages for whatever kind of notes. You have your goals, which I really like. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 goals broken down by daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, half year, 1 year, someday. And then you write whatever your goal is. I think this is going to be really cool for work, specifically. I mean, someday, I don't know, right? But specific tasks and things like that. And I'm really, really excited about that. Priorities, again, for work will be helpful, especially because things for me are broken down by quarters. But for my purpose, I think I'm going to do highlights here. And then it'll be the same for both. Here, I'm just going to write the highlight of the day. Obviously, Saturday and Sunday won't be anything, but if there's anything really important, like something changed in a policy or something, I have a reference here, and then I plan to do like a quick blurb about it here, where I can find it at work and those kinds of things. So that, and then it's broken down into the 4 quarters. So quarter 2, 3, and 4. We get December. I am starting in November, and you'll see in a little bit, but we get December. I really, really like, I'm so excited. This paper is really nice to write on, and I'm so excited that it's white. I love the Hobonichi. It's been great for years, right? It's worked for me, but I think you can see the difference here. It's obviously whiter than this yellow. And I guess you can say when you get a Hobonichi, for me, when I get a Hobonichi to begin with, it's nice, but over time, I just kind of feel like it looks a little dirty, personally. That's just me. So I'm really excited about this, although I probably should have done the golded edges, but you know, you live and learn. So you have your monthlies, so you have your 12 months, and then, where is it? You get January, and then you get your weeks broken down. Again, I really like this format because we don't have the extra stuff down at the bottom. Let's see, so we don't have this extra stuff. This is the weeks, and you can see that there are kind of like dead space, in my opinion. I mean, I like the quotes, and I think they're kind of cool, but I don't really read these that often. So I really appreciate the fact that there's nothing and I have extra room. And yeah, so you get, you know, you obviously get your weeks, you get your week number at the top here, which I really like. You'll see in my personal one why it's going to be beneficial for me or how I plan to use it. And then it goes into the blank spaces. And I'm just going to jot notes down. So love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now, that run down. So let's go into this monster, right? So we have my Moterm. I have an ollie clip that I'll probably take off, whatever. I have my 2024 Hobonichi pen, which I really like because as much as I enjoy using my fountain pens, my Pilot fountain pen, if I am not careful and I do not wait for it to dry in time, or I don't blot it, it will smear. I use this ink, which is great. I can highlight over it. It just needs a couple seconds to dry. But if I am not paying attention, it will smear. So I like to keep the Hobonichi with me because it's a great pen and it works for quick jotting and stuff like that. So what else do I have in here? I just have some stickers. I got some washi tape, pre-cut washi tape, right? Some stickers from Sterling Ink, whatever. Oh, more washi tape. I got Samus. What's back here? I have my little stencils from Hobonichi. These are just some business cards, you know, for doctors and stuff. My little Charizard card. And then back here, I have, oh, shoot. I have, I do this every year and it's super helpful. So these are, what are those things called? Templates? When you do rings. Oh goodness. Printables? Whatever. This is from Paper Test Designs. It's their tri-foldable thing. And I basically just keep track of my husband's and mine's holidays that we can take and the days that we take off. And it works. I just like seeing things in a month view to see like how many days we took off in a month. So it's a little crazy because this paper is not Tomoe River paper, right? Like the ones in here. So my mild liners did this kind of thing. So I'm gonna get like basic highlighters. So yeah. And so I basically pre-wrote those out, right? So January, this is the first 6 months, and then the last 6 months of the year, and I just need to wait for my like muted highlighters to write them out. But I really like this system. It really works for us. And I just kind of put it back here. And I'm gonna see if this works. Again, this is from Paper Test Designs. I don't know if I'm gonna keep up with it or if I care for it, but I didn't wanna draw any of this out. So it's a pre-made template. I figured I'll track if I do cardio, if I walk, if I do weights, or if I close my rings, and then possibly write down my weight for that day. Again, not sure if I'm really gonna do it, but we'll see. The thought is there in this. So that's the first half, and then this is the second half. So this is Paper Test Designs as well. I just cut it down. This is a personal size that I use because that's what I had for rings. And yeah. And lastly, I made this, I had a card. Somebody sent me a card. I cut it down. I was going to put it in my, my Midori, which it fits, it does its purpose here, but it kind of makes it bulky. So I'm going to put it in my thing. And I just I took, these are, you know, you can stick, what is it called? Reusable sticker paper, I guess. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. And I just took a bunch of my Coffee Monster ink and whatever, because I'm going to use my stickers this year. Guys, I'm going to use my stickers this year because I have a lot. It's absurd. And we got to get it done. So my plan is to have this with me, and you can see that I've already started it. And I'm just gonna fill it up. So I have a bunch of like emotions, yeah, vets and stuff. And I'm just gonna, this is, ooh, you can probably hear that. This is Paper Minty Studio. Yeah, this is Paper Minty Studio. This is some of Southern Belle plans. And I still have a couple of pages to fill up. So, and I just have that basically here, because I really need to use my stickers. So let's get into it. So this is my 2024 full year. I've already done everything that I need to do in here. And I have tabs marked off. So my health, my finance, working out, home, knitting, books, and gardening. And then my dailies in the back. Now, these are basically the materials that I used, okay? I wrote basically everything in my Pilot Vanishing Point extra fine with this ink. My headers, which you'll see, is in this Tombow brush pen. It's in black. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know what I'm doing. So I did that. I use this to do my lines, which you'll see, but my Hobonichi. And then I just had a couple of mild liners. I believe, I don't know what color this is. It doesn't say, but this is the fine. And then this one. Oh no, I lied to you. I forgot that this has a bold and a fine. But I use this mild liner, and then this is what I used at the beginning to mark down our paydays. Although this is the wrong color, I used a blue, but it's okay. I used this mild liner as well, and I used a fine tip on that to do the dots. So you'll see what I'm saying. So yeah, so I used those. Those are my supplies. And then the other thing I ended up doing was the tabs that I showed you. I got these off of Amazon, I believe. So I just had a couple of these tabs. There's a lot in here. And I used this printer with the clear tape, and I printed out the thing. So it says garden, and I printed, and then I stuck it on there. So that's how I did it. And then the washi tapes, this is what I use. I also got this off of Amazon. Nothing too crazy, but these are the washi tapes, and I think I primarily use this brown one. Okay. Now let's get into, here we go. I'm so excited. Okay. So again, Southern Belle Plans had provided me, she was really sweet. Oh, stuck. She gave me a couple things. So here's Casper's paw print. My girl, love it. So she is always with me. And then this is my grandma's card, which I've had in my planner basically since she's passed. So since 2017, she's always with me. And like I said, you come into, I don't even know. You come into the 2024. And what I ended up doing, I don't know if you can see that. The blues are the holidays that my husband and I share, right? So the blues are the holidays. The greens are the paydays, which I have to finish. I think I got tired last night and I didn't finish it. And these like little red ones are my husband's extra holidays, because he and I have different holiday schedules. So he just gets 3 extra ones, and it's just helpful. I'll probably just write important dates down here once they come along. I did not fill this out. I will, but I don't know. I didn't fill out my goals. I have them written somewhere. I just need to migrate them over, but I also didn't really want to share that on this page. But, you know, I did a web, and I just kind of drew out some stuff. Excuse me. Like I mentioned with my work, this page, I'm just going to write the highlights, maybe like my favorite book of the month. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, but I know that this page is going to be an index in terms of important events. I don't know. I took Oreo to the vet, or, you know, my husband got a promotion. I don't know, right? I'm trying to think. We changed the car battery, right? Things like that, so that I can kind of reference any of the days that on January 5th, this happened, so I can reference my, you know, any of my journals to see what the details were, or if they're in the back here. So that's the purpose that I'm going to be using this for. We have our monthly. So like I said, I'm going to be moving in November, which I have it done back here, and I'll show you. And I just started writing events or things that are happening on these little sticky notes. I moved the thing, didn't I? I got these at Yoseka in New York, and they're super cute. So that's And these are Midori index tabs. You can probably find them on Jet Pens. I really love them. So yeah. And like you can see, I've started to, now the one thing I'm also going to do that I don't have it in here yet is I bought a little stamp, which that might be my Amazon thing. I'm going to stamp instead of getting stickers, or I'm going to try, so we'll see. And basically what I mean is, let me see. Like you can see here, oh, there was a reason why I did that, didn't I? Whatever. You can see here that I have stickers for my paydays and then my birthdays. And I wrote who the birthday corresponds to, so I don't take up the room here. I'm gonna do the same thing here. So I bought a little stamp that I'm hoping will work for me. Like a money stamp and a birthday cake stamp, so I can do the same thing. So again, it won't take up the box for me because it's very small, and I want those for like appointments and stuff. And then I'll write down here who the birthday corresponds to. And this way I can also highlight over the box if I need to, for it to really stand out. With the stickers, obviously, if you put them down early, you get that little bit and it bothers me. So we'll see. Hopefully the stamps work out. If they do, I will update you guys on that. Otherwise, I will go back to, I think it's Sweet Freckles Designs and her stamps, because I really like her mini icons. So yeah, just that's that. And then you have your weeklies, which will start in, they start in January and I'm moving in. So this is, here we go. So here we go, people. I'm so excited. I have literally mapped out every section and page of this planner. So starting in the notes, I sectioned everything off with Vellum so that I can put these little tabs on and it not lift up or ruin any of the pages. Because here, if it lifts up some of the ink, I don't really care, but it won't ruin anything. So, and these are all vellums. I'm trying to use my stash. This is the year of using my stash. And you guys got to keep me accountable because, dear Lord, I have a lot. So this is the index, right? So this is how I'm breaking it up. This is the index. I'm sorry. This is a trigger list that I found by Marge.plans. I don't believe this was a freebie. I feel like I bought this one. And it went in my rings and I cut off the holes. So I'm not sure if it's a freebie or not. Either way, I had it and I'm just sticking in here. So if something does trigger me to put it in here, I can. And I kind of use some of these for my tabs. So we have an index. Now the way I like to do this, which I know is a little, you know, for some people it's a little crazy, but every page, so there are 369 pages, right? This is my test page, 369 pages. I don't know if you can see that. Where's the thing? I think it's over here. Okay. Ugh. And I wrote out all 369, whatever, right? So I wrote each one out. Yeah. Okay. And then I wrote what each thing corresponds to. So I'll show you, like, so this is my index. We have doctor's information, my medical, my husband's medical, my cat medical, my menstrual cycles, self-care trackers. So if I need to find something at a quick glance, or I don't feel like shuffling through this, I can go here and say, okay, I need to get to my weekly workout tracker. Go to page 111, right? 111. Well, this one's a little bit easier, but you get the point, right? Boom. And I really, really like this method. It really helps me out. There are blank spots in between because, like, I gave myself 2 pages, but I personally just love this. So This is all indexed. So if I wanted to see what movies we were looking for, or even like my to be read list, go to 165, right? So 165, right? I love it. And then we get into my doctor's information. So I don't know if you can read through that or not, but basically I have, you guys don't need to know where I live. Basically I have our doctor information. So what our pharmacy is, where the vet is for my cat, the emergency vet, cardiologist, dentist, all that kind of stuff is here. And just like the fax number, address, those kinds of things. Cause sometimes, especially like if you go to the hospital, sometimes they're asking where, your pharmacy is. And I don't know, if Google's not working for me, I have it here. So then I have my medical, and I'll just show you, this is my husband's medical, but this is basically, because I don't mind you guys seeing my cat stuff, but this is basically how I did it for us, right? So I backtracked to 2022. And I think over the years, I'm probably going to keep a 5-year history. That's my goal. So we'll see. But I have 2022, what happened to him in 2022, and the same thing for 2023. You know, he got his rabies shots, so he's due soon to get his annual checkup and his rabies shots, right? This was super, super, super helpful. Super helpful for, where is it? I'll show you. I'm not going to be able to find it, am I? Because, which is why I also branched this off, because my weeks, I had these things all over the place. Anyways, I'm not going to be able to find it in time, and I don't want to. Oh, come on. Whatever. It doesn't matter. This was really helpful for my cat Casper when I had it, because she was old. She was 21 years before she passed. And, you know, over time, she obviously had issues, right? So she had hyperthyroidism, then she had kidney issues towards the end and everything. And so it really helped me break down events that happened for her, things that were a little bit weird, like when she stopped eating, or when we got her medicine, when we did blood work, all those kinds of things. So that's generally what I put here. And I just, you know, it's helpful for me. It's helpful for my husband. And yeah, so I have one for my mom and my dad, because I'm crazy. And I also, you know, want to track certain things for them. And then I wrote an extra, I have 2 pages as an extra space on the chance that maybe we get another fur baby. That is kind of my plan, or our plan. I'm just not ready just yet, but I do want a kitten, and I want to mark that kind of stuff down, as well as, you know, I got Oreo from outside. They gauged he was born in 2010. I don't know how old he really is, but I'll mark that down basically. Then I have my cycle, which this is my 2023. Again, I'm probably going to do maybe a 3-year back planning. I don't know. But this is how I have it mapped out for my 2024. So, you know, if I get on the 1st, and then how long it is, what's the moon phase, the sign that it was in, and the house. I'm really getting into astrology and those kinds of things. I really like it. So I'm trying to see if there's any correlation. I'm really into that kind of stuff. So then I have my self-care, which is just like a very basic thing of, I get monthly massages. That was my goal for 2023. I have not regretted it once. Taking care of yourself is so, so important. And it's something that I readjusted where I needed to adjust so that I can do that. I would like to get facials every quarter. And so that's like my goal for 2024. And then my at-home face mask. I just want to make sure I'm not doing it overdoing it, but that's what it is. So basically, like if I get a massage, I'm going to write M on the 5th of January. If I get a facial, you know, I have a little key down here. So I have curly hair, and I constantly go back and forth with doing the curly girl method. So Excuse me. I'm just trying to take care of my scalp and my hair a little bit better. I'm decent, but I really should be doing a scalp scrub. It's good for your hair. It's good, and I'm just gonna speak from a curly girl perspective. It's good for my head and scalp and stuff, and then clarifying, because with products, I should really be clarifying. My hair needs to be clarified, and I only need to do it like once or twice a month. So this will just kind of keep me on track with that. Like I said, I used, there we go. The Tombow is these titles. I use this mild liner to do every other row. It just helps me see things a little bit better. And then my Pilot for all of this. So. And then I have, again, I'm going to start in November. So I have mapped out my pages. Ooh, it's getting cloudy. I have my habits, my certain symptoms, I guess you can say, when I'm getting my period. So if I have cramps or a headache, although a headache kind of, I really should have moved this up here, but it's okay. Headache, it could be for anything, but if I'm like super bloated, or if my boobs are sore or whatever, if I'm really fatigued, those kinds of things. So I mark those down. My mood, it goes from good to bad, I guess you can say. So it's content and okay, happy and joyful, sad, anxious or stressed, and annoyed, angry. Then I have my sleep. So I have the hours of sleep and deep sleep. I use my Apple Watch, and I use this, I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if I'll say it. I use this app, which tells me, I'm using my phone to record, but it tells me how many hours I slept, as well as deep sleep, because I gotta tell you guys, I suck at deep sleep. I just, ugh. So, and then my steps, right? I really want to get moving more. And then this is vitamins, water, AM, PM routine meeting. This is really for making sure I wash my face and stuff. Reading, crafting, which is knitting or cross stitching, journaling, stretching. I don't do nearly enough of this anymore. I used to be really good with yoga, and I don't do that. Working out and closing rings. So I just love it. I had these stickers and we are using it. So you can kind of see, where is it? Let's see if I have one. And I was experimenting, but this is kind of what I was doing. So my steps are graphs, right? And then I switched to this view. It's crazy. I was testing things out, but my deep sleep, I'm very curious about my deep sleep. And then my mood associated to my sleep, as well as some other factors, and then my steps, right? So this is the idea, and I think it's going to be great. I'm not going to do these highlighting. I don't think so. I basically was highlighting the weekend here, as well as the lunar phase. So, but you can get an idea of what I was doing here. So, and I basically mapped that out. So I have a page for each month. And then at the end of each section, I gave myself, where are we? I gave myself just a few extra pages, just in case I wanted to add something else, because in my weeks, my stuff is all over the place, and it's okay, because I knew that was going to happen. I didn't know what I wanted to track or what I wanted to do. But this year I kind of didn't want that. I really wanted things to be bunched where they were supposed to be. So I gave myself extra pages in the hopes that I don't use them, but if I do need to, I can put them here. Then I go into my finances. So these vellums, by the way, I think all of these particular vellums are sterling ink. I got them from her subscription. And again, we are using what we have, and this is what we're doing. So I just found whatever I liked, cut them out, tipped them in. My fixed monthly, this is really, really, really basic. I decided to move it into my actual everyday carry, because if you look at my video from the last one, I didn't have that in here. I had it in a separate thing. And I gotta tell you, don't even know where it is. I never updated it, don't know where it is. So it's blank now so I can show you, but eventually I will just cover this kind of stuff up for YouTube. But I'm gonna write whatever the amount is and mark off whenever it gets paid. So again, January through December, and mark that off. And then here, I have, excuse me, some of our joint things as well as my hobby spending. So again, I have a lot of yarn. I have plenty of books to go through. I can always use more pottery mugs. I collect mugs, handmade mugs, those kinds of things. Garden, I suspect, will be the one that gets me the most this year, but whatever. But basically what I'm trying to do is make sure I'm not going overboard. I feel like, I think we all kind of feel like this sometimes, or what I hear is we kind of go crazy and do all the spending. So I'm hoping that if I put it down on paper, it will either tell me how nuts I'm being and bring me back. Or it could be like, you know, I haven't really spent anything. I'm okay with buying this mug, or I can get this sweater quantity, right? And again, it's not to say that I can't, I have so much. I should use all the stuff that I have. So I didn't map out the second half yet, because I think this is gonna work, but if in case something doesn't, I have the ability to change it after the 6 months. So we'll see what happens. I have my mortgage, my insurance. These are pretty consistent term next. The things that change are our electric bill and our water. I also can see when they get done, as well as my Chewy order for my cat. You know, things have obviously decreased since Casper passed away, but kind of curious how often I have to do the Chewy order, how much I spend, because I also buy food for the outdoor cat. But I don't need to buy it every order because she also eats at the corner house. But anyways, this is for me to track. And then, yeah. And I'm just gonna do the combined sum, which I'll show you how I plan to do that in a few minutes. So, oops, sorry. I do have the windows closed and you probably can still hear that. Then I have my credit cards. I have a couple credit cards. I didn't write what they were yet, but I have a couple credit cards that have obviously an outstanding bill, whatever. And my goal is to get those babies down to 0. So by not spending, I can maybe get those down to 0. So that's my plan. And then I'm literally, it's going to be as simple and as easy to track as possible. I'm just going to write whatever the interest is that month, you know, what the total is when I start this. So whenever I'm done with this video, I'll put that in here, what the total is for that month, what my interest is, and then basically see it go down until it's nothing. And same with all of them, right? It's really just the 2 cards, but I do have a third one, and it'll be helpful to write it in there. Then I have my November spending. It's pretty self-explanatory. I have the date, whatever it was, the category. So this will be more for like, I don't know, home. If we went food shopping, knitting, journal, right? And then I think I will probably, I don't know where they are. I have a bunch of like mild liners, so I'll probably color code them so that they kind of stand out a little bit more. That's what I'm thinking. And then specifically for my hobby stuff, I'll just take those, I'll add it up, and I'll pop them here. So that's my thought, we'll see. And then I have 2 pages, right? I lied. This should go here. I really hope that's true. Oh, shoot. Huh. I might have screwed up. January, December. I really want it to be on 2 pages, so that's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't know if this will work now. July. Sorry, you're going to have to bear with me for 1 second. Oops. July, August, September, October, November. I think I did it right. I think I just put it on the wrong page. December. Okay. Yeah, I think I just did it on the, I think I put the flag on the wrong page. And then I gave myself just several pages in the back. Again, if I needed to add something, I have the ability to. So worst case, I might tip in if I really have to, but we're gonna try to avoid that. So like much like most people working out, I have really slacked off. So I basically did this. I really like it. It's super simple. This is November. It starts in 44, like the 44th week. So, and basically the point for this for me is to kind of see, and it's just going to be if I did a workout. So if it's walking, if it's weight training, cycling, whatever the case is, right? Yoga, I don't care. I'm going to mark it down. And so the purpose for me is to see, where do I lack? Okay, every Monday I start off strong, right? You can see every Monday or every other Monday, you know, whatever. I'm good on Mondays, which then means like say come Wednesday and it starts to get a little scattered, and you can see that for me, it makes it very evident to be conscious that come the middle of the week, this is where I start to slow down. This is where I kind of lose motivation. And it kind of gives me the extra oomph, motivation to make sure I get some kind of workout in. So that's how I'm going to use this. I don't know what I'm doing here. Where'd it go? I think I'm going to try to use this spread. I originally had this tipped in. I hated it, so I took it out. I was going to originally use this spread, but we'll see how it is. I'm not going to try to be super hard on myself, but I do want to be consistent and at least moving my body. So we'll see what this happens. But I blocked out some things because the original idea is kind of to mimic, where is it? Kind of to mimic this page, but only do 2 per page. So I don't know yet. We're not there yet. I have some time. And again, some extra stuff. So then we come into the home, and this is just things that I want to keep track of. So car maintenance, car information, when we change the oils, tires, rotors, all that kind of stuff. So that kind of goes here. If anything happens, like, I don't know. We got the gutters cleaned, right? Put it here. If the drain outside clogs, because that was a problem when we first moved in, right? Put it here. So that's what this is for. Then this is going to be our to-dos. So I don't have a lot to do in my house, but there are things that I want to do. I haven't mapped it out, but like I want to repaint the first floor, repaint the basement, buy a TV for the basement, really put that stuff into a man cave. The outside, I want to, do little projects, repaint the railings and those kinds of things. So that's what this is for. I have an AC and heat tracker. I was doing really well last year, and then I lost the momentum. So we're going to try it again this year, and we'll see if it works. I'm not really sure, but where is my little tracker? I'll show you what it looks like. And this is really to kind of see, to associate our electric bill and all that fun stuff. I'm just kind of curious, like, how much higher is it in January when we have the heat on versus, I don't know. No, July is really hot. September when we don't have anything. August when we don't have anything on, right? So this is basically how it looks. I have basically I will have the type, so hot and cold. What am I having on? This second line will be the time, meaning is it just in the morning, just at night, or is it an all day thing? Excuse me. And then the third line is, again, I live in Jersey, so January kicked our butts with how cold it was. Oof. But then we have, where is it? Is it just the upstairs? Is it the basement as well? Or is it both? So, and then if nothing happens, and again, I just lost momentum. So we're going to try it again and see what happens. So that's the point for this one. And then we just have, you know, whatever. If I, you know, I don't know, we want to get a shower thing, like a door. We want to install a shower. So like that's an added expense. I want to put that in here. I want to combine everything. I really should put this in a rings, but you know, whatever. And like I said, I'm a knitter. So I love to knit socks for people. So I basically, if you're a knitter, you know, but I wrote down people's shoe sizes and then kind of where I have to knit to before, you know, whatever. So this way I can, and these are just people in my life that I want to eventually knit stuff for. But I can just kind of go here and be like, okay, I need to knit to this much and this is their shoe size. So I don't have to keep asking them. It's here. I have to fill in a few things, but my husband's sock recipe, he likes it a certain way, so I kind of keep it the same. And yeah. And then I'm probably gonna put like what projects I knit on this year. Maybe when I started it and ended it. Again, I kind of want to do a podcast format for knitting as well, and I think this might be helpful, so we'll see. And then extra spaces for that. Then we come into the books, and again, all these vellums right now are all sterling ink. This one is one of my favorites. Oh, it's so good. I think this was like her November one from last year. I don't remember. October or November. Anyways, this is going to be my 2024, I don't know why I keep doing this, but my 2024 5-year starting spotlight. So meaning I'm basically going to do these kind of printing things. By the way, this is my Canon Ivy. I think I said that before, but I'm just going to take the images and I'm just going to paste them here. If they're 5 ratings for me, I'm just going to paste them here. I think it would be really interesting to see, you know, what I thought was really good this year. I'm starting to get back into reading and I'm really enjoying it. So I think this will be fun to just have it here. I have a physical, now I know I have a reading journal and that's great, but I do like having a really quick reference. Oh, my husband just sneezed. I do like having a really quick reference of what I read, and it's going to be really simple. So physical books, audio books, and the readings I gave them throughout the thing. And I'm probably going to do the same thing, right? I'm not going to go crazy with stencils here. I'll do that over there. But yeah, I gave myself 2 pages. I don't know. Sometimes I use 2 lines per stuff, so we'll see. But I did it for the physical books and I did it for the audio books. Book recommendations, so if I see something on TikTok or Instagram or somebody at work gives it to me, right? I just want to write it down. Not necessarily I will read it, but it's something I want to look into and I want to reference. This will be my to be read list because I have a number of books in my house that I want to get through, as well as on my Kindle. So yeah, I have the format here, F for format. So I'm just going to put P for physical, E for ebook, or A for audio. I probably won't have a lot of audio, but because I use the app that is the library thing. So whatever is available is kind of what I go for. And then just, you know, the title and the author. But this will hopefully get me down, get my books in my house and read them. So, and then I just have some extra stuff here. I wanted a quick, I just bundled into books because we just watch whatever, and I don't really watch TV that much. My husband watches a lot of sports. I mean, anything that man is watching, and I generally will watch podcasts for the most part. But sometimes something like The Witcher comes out, or I'm watching Lessons in Chemistry, Ted Lasso, right? Like those big ones I'd probably put here. And the same thing for movies. Again, we don't watch that much because he either always has sports on or whatever the case is. but I put it here. And then I have my garden. I don't have anything filled out here, but the plan is to basically, what are my ideas? What do I want to plant? Where do I plant them? When do I need to plant? I'm not going to go too crazy, but it's a section in my planner that I could at least block off, because I do plan, I have a an A5 blank notebook, this cover, the A5 blank A5 cover from Hobonichi. It's this one that I'm gonna use as my real true garden journal, but at least I have something on the go with me that I can reference. And again, I don't have anything in here. So like I said, these are all sterling ink vellum. I don't know where I got this vellum. I love it though. It's so cool. And this basically starts the note pages for me in the back. And what I ended up doing is, again, because I am moving in November, I like to track the weather. And typically I was tracking that. I was tracking that in my actual week section. Right, in my actual week section, oh shoot, in my weeks, what the thing was, the high, lows, sunrise and sunset. I was tracking it here, but it took away from here. So I'm going to now track it here. So I have this really cute little stamp that my best friend from Brazil got me. I don't know where she got it from, but I'm basically going to stamp it. I only have 3. I gotta see if anybody knows what this is. Please let me know. And I want to see if they have like a snow one. If they just have a couple of different icons that I could like attach to this, maybe. I don't know, but I really like this because it's cute. It's for on the go. Fits right in my thing. It's awesome. So whatever it is, if it's sunny, I will write the high and low of that day, as well as the sunrise, sunset. I don't know. I love it. It's a nice little routine that I do. So I figured rather than taking it from my week section, I could put it here. And so this will be the same format each month. And I have that basically mapped out. And then, so that's December. We have a blank page. And then we go into, because like I said, I full-heartedly plan to, this is my blotting paper. You can get this on Amazon for my inks. So if I am in a rush and I remember, I can blot and you can see, and then I don't have to worry about my vanishing point. My little pencil board, again from Hobonichi. And then I just have a couple sticky notes attached to it that I will replenish as needed, but I think I'm gonna really use that. And then I basically drew out November. I tried to mimic whatever these boxes were for November. You can see I already messed up, but you know, you live with it. And then I wrote, you know, I'm gonna do my Peloton. If anybody's on Peloton and they wanna motivate me, please let me know. We got this. But I'm gonna do the PowerZone PCP, PowerZone program. I don't know what the P is, but the challenge. And the idea is to ride 3 times a week to get me into it. And then I basically marked out my weeks, right? So following the same format, basically, I wrote the highlighted events. This will be my to-do list, and then like my weekly stuff. So because I really want a PCP challenge, I'm getting my facial done. I'm getting a massage that day. I'm very excited. And I already wrote out payday, but again, I want to use my stickers. So we're going to try. And I stopped for right now. Oops, I'm sorry. I stopped for right now, but I will do December as well. But I don't have to do the month because this one has the month. And I kind of took whatever I had, I divided it by the number of months, and then I kind of basically pre-mapped out where the things are, because the idea for me is to kind of keep track so that I don't go over. I don't imagine myself going over this. This was half of the, you know, and I had trackers, I had a bunch of stuff in here, and I still have plenty of note pages. So I don't imagine, it's not what I want to say. I don't see myself using all these pages, and I'm okay with that. But I did block it out so that way I can kind of keep myself on pace if by some reason I go over. And yeah, and that's basically it. And then I have some test pages. So I started from the back. I gave myself, I don't know, 4 pages. I think it's more than enough to test out my pens, my mild liners, and all that other stuff. And that, my friends, is my planner. And I know it was very winded and long, and if you stuck around, y'all are the best. If you have suggestions, if you want to talk more planners, let me know. Like I said, I want to try to be more present in this space, so we'll see how that goes. I just need to get over the fear of putting myself out there. But yeah, so if you like this, that's the goal. Again, there's a little overhang. So this is the, what is this called? The Moterm. There's a little overhang, but I do see this, what do you call it? Expanding, because really quickly, just so I can show you, this one is well loved, and I don't have any of that issue with this one. And let's just do it here. And see that? I can do the second clasp. It doesn't lift up. Right, where's my pen? Where'd my pen go? I'll just use this. There we go. Well, if I put the pen there, I actually have to use the first one. But there's no overhang. It's really great. So I imagine that my black one will, over time, loosen up, not get so stiff. I'm gonna stick it in the sun or something, I don't know. And yeah. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, I don't know, leave some comments, let's engage. And I'm gonna do what everybody else does, you know, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, please thumbs ups, no thumbs downs, that's not fun. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I don't imagine these will be as lengthy. Oh, I'm shaking the thing, dear Lord. I don't imagine this being as lengthy for the futures, because, you know, it's just kind of going through, and I probably do one journal at a time, but I kind of wanted to encompass everything. All right. Have a good one.